I'm Neil and welcome to Dreaming of Chess Mastery, my YouTube channel that examines the world of adult chess improvement. This is the second time I'm filming this video. I filmed it yesterday and it really didn't go well. I watched it again and I felt I'd fallen into a trap. And from the title, you might be wondering what exactly my topic today has got to do with adult chess improvement. Because I want to talk about the reaction to the enormous storm that is brewing in the chess world, the news storm around Magnus Carlsen's withdrawal from the Sinquefield Cup. Sinquefield Cup, for those who aren't aware of it, it's a very prestigious super grandmaster round-robin tournament, played it in St. Louis, United States of America, and it's going on right now. Magnus lost against Hans Niemann, the highest rated against the lowest rated player in the tournament, and then promptly withdrew, leaving a very cryptic Twitter post which in no uncertain terms suggested foul play. And I made a video responding to this because I think there's a very valuable lesson to be drawn from one of the responses to this news story, to this massive, and it is massive, event in the world of chess. And I made my video and it struck me afterwards that I'd fallen into a trap. I had become part of the churning, blood-filled waters surrounding what had happened. And that wasn't my intention at all. Because it's very easy to become, dare I say it, titillated by all of this. We feel that we're watching a news story unfold. We feel that we're drawing conclusions which are, in some sense, aligned with our values and principles. But the truth is that what we're doing, whether as participants or as generators or beneficiaries of all of this, we are in the world of entertainment. And that's not what I wanted to do. If you're interested, I will attach some of the videos that maybe give some sort of flavor or background story, insights and comments. Perhaps I'll attach some of those in the description. But the truth of the matter is that only two of the many news stories and opinion pieces that I read or watched really gave me something relevant to sink my teeth into. The one was an article by Jacob Aagaard, the very highly rated chess coach and chess writer. And he answered a question that had been bugging me in all of this, which was, how is it that Hans Niemann had made such astonishing progress, not as a junior, because there are a lot of prodigies who have done that, and that's understandable. But he'd sort of reached a level maybe as a 16, 17-year-old where he was 2480. And suddenly, in the last 18 months or so, he's gained more than 200 points. And this isn't unusual. To have had a slower progress in the bit that really should come more quickly, and faster progress at the very peak of one's learning curve. This is unusual. This is not what the learning curve looks like. And Jakob explains in the piece that he wrote something about the sort of psychological state that he is privy to, because he has done some coaching with Hans Niemann. And I found that quite insightful, that one's progress is intimately connected to our mindset. And that in itself is relevant to us adult chess improvers. Yes, we're supposed to improve fast when we're young, but actually, perhaps the reason we didn't is to do with our mindset, and changing our mindset, the way we view ourselves and how we go about our training, may be the key to much more rapid chess improvement later on, when it's really not the norm. So that was one insight, and I suppose, if nothing else, this whole scandal, and let's use that word because allegations of cheating at the highest level are scandalous. But if one takeaway is that perhaps it is possible to improve later on in life, we can improve by fair means, by changing the way we view ourselves. That is a possibility. And I'm not making a judgment about whether that was the case in this situation, but it is a possibility. The other very interesting interview, and all the top players playing at the Sinkfield Cup gave interviews, but the one that really resonated with me, resonated to the extent that this is why I'm wearing this shirt for this vlog post, because it was Levon Aronian, who is a fantastic chess grandmaster, and he wears very stylish shirts. Let's put it that way. I love Levon's shirts, and in one of his in his interview, he said, what we need to do is ask ourselves a simple question. It wasn't a long interview, 4 or 5 minutes. But my takeaway from it is we need to ask ourselves a very simple question in any situation. What can we learn from this? Levon's led an interesting, and at times I use these words, I think, quite accurately, a tragic life. And he has dealt with his personal tragedies, dare I say it, very well. And in any situation, we ask ourselves that question: what can I learn from this? When you're faced as a top-flight grandmaster with a devastating loss against an up-and-coming player, there may be all sorts of reasons for it, and some of them might not be the ones that we want to hear. Some of the reasons might be, or one of the reasons might even be, that there is skullduggery afoot. So be it. The question remains, what can I learn from this? And during the interview, the interviewer posed the question, but yesterday you were a victim of a defeat against another now very well established young prodigy. Levon had lost against, in quite brutal circumstances, against Alireza Firouzjan, who has also followed a path of massive improvement, actually also suffered accusations online that his play was simply impossible, that it must be the result of some kind of external assistance, illegal assistance. But Levon replied to the question, well, yes, I lost this game. And there's no question that Ali Reza is cheating. Of course he isn't. He has by now demonstrated very clearly that he is a phenomenal chess player. And he has made astonishing progress in a short period of time. And Levon's takeaway was, in these situations when we have to accept, when we suffer these brutal defeats, that we are capable of playing very, very good chess, but we are also capable of the exact opposite, dreadful chess. We have to, firstly, accept that. And I think that's true at absolutely every level. We all suffer humiliating, devastating, depressing defeats that might force us into all manner of conclusions and negative spirals. His point is we have to examine them and ask ourselves, what can we learn? What did he learn from that defeat? He learnt that he took his opponent's threats in the position too lightly. He underestimated them. He had placed too much confidence in his own defensive ability and in his own judgment. And that was an important takeaway. So it was hard to reach these conclusions. But if you're going to learn, improve, grow, it's necessary to draw them and learn from the conclusions that you've reached, learn from it, and become a better chess player for it. Now, I'm not saying any of that, judging who's right and who's wrong in all of this. For a very simple point, I don't have ultimately the knowledge to draw that conclusion. I'm not in a position. Hans Niemann knows whether he cheated or he didn't. And Magnus Carlsen knows why he took the actions that he did. I have no idea. Maybe I'll have a better idea in the future, but for the moment, indulging in this entertaining spiral of news and drip feeds of possibilities, well, that doesn't benefit me or anybody else. So perhaps the best thing to do is to take away the important lesson that I can learn, that when I suffer tough defeats, and I, like I'm sure you do too, suffer them all too frequently, the question to ask is why? And why on a deeper psychological level? So there we are. That's it for today. I hope you're enjoying your learning journey, whether it's chess or if you're one of those that watched this video series who are not chess improvers, but going on your own adult improvement journey in some other domain. I trust that your lives are filled with joy, that you're learning in a positive sort of way. And until the next film, from a sunny Brazil,